Marc and Paulette here, the two travelers in Mexico, and today we're going to talk to you about our two most recent medical experiences, which
his,
both
not mine,
involve
not
me
ours.
this time. So, the first of which was a prostate surgery that I had. Now, I'd begun experiencing problems back in August. The doctor gave me some meds that were working for a while, but eventually they quit working, and that's what prompted the surgery. So we're going to talk about the cost associated with that. About the middle of February, I went in to have the surgery done. For the clinic, the operating room, the doctor, everything, we paid 39,000 pesos.
Which is 1,910 US dollars.
And it was just amazing. I stayed over there one night. We had a private room
Right.
to ourselves.
Now the hospital fee itself for the one night stay, IV, all that sort of stuff, catheter, because he had to have a catheter.
Right.
Not a fun thing,
And a
but
fun experience.
yeah, part of the experience. But it was like $410 for one night stay in the hospital, and it was $1,500 for the surgeon, and I believe for the spinal fee.
Right. The anesthesiologist, a couple other people that were helping out, attending in there. So it was just, the cost was just amazingly low, but the care was really good.
Yeah, the care was good.
Yeah.
The doctor was real good. He came in afterwards and explained things to me. However, there was a little goof up on the timing on his surgery versus when he got back to the room,
Yeah.
which was a little scary for me because, again, my Spanish isn't that great. And his surgery was scheduled at 3. They took him at 3, and then they put him in another room for another 2 hours. Without me knowing. I thought he was in surgery and going to be coming back soon because it was a 50-minute procedure. But that wasn't the case. Somebody else was using the surgery room, so they had to wait. Stuck him in another room, and then afterwards, of course, when you have a spinal, they put you in the recovery like they do any surgery, and then he was there for another 2 hours?
2.5 hours.
Yeah, something 2.5 hours. Yeah. So he left the room at 3. Returned at 8:45 that evening,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what was going on. I checked twice at the front desk. They said that they took him later. Okay, how much later, I don't know. And then I kind of started freaking out because the second time I went down there, they called the surgery room. No answer. Okay, it's weird how your mind just kind of goes into these other areas of freak outness when things don't go accordingly, and that's what I was doing. You're thinking the worst case scenario, and so I started to freak out after the third call to surgery, and nobody's answering. But just then the doctor walked by and grabbed me. We went into the room that Marc had for the night, and then he explained things to me.
Yep. And then we checked out the next morning and went on our merry way. And about 2 days later, Paulette noticed that one of my calves was quite a bit bigger than the other. And she has a lot of, she's not a nurse, but she's got a lot of experience in that field. And she was also chatting online with one of our subscriber friends, Todd, who is a nurse. And they determined that I was going to be going to the emergency room.
Right. I had determined that already, and I told Marc it's better to be safe than sorry. And it couldn't be that much for ER, I assumed. And so I talked to my friend Todd that happened to be awake very early in the morning, like at about 4 in the morning, 4:30. And he said I would take him in also. It sounded like my diagnosis is right. They did a Doppler, like a CT scan on his leg.
And they did find a blood clot, and they call it deep vein thrombosis. And so that's the reason why I'm wearing these sexy compression socks.
I call them girly socks. So I'm going to give you a breakdown. The fee for the hospital and surgery was $1,910 US. The surgery fee and the spinal that they did on him was $1,500 US. The hospital fee for the IV, supplies, pain pills, and he was in a private room, which had a couch, and they allow you to stay there with the patients. So I stayed the night with him. At a cafeteria, so I had some food. His meals were included. Pretty good price, actually. And then the emergency, I have my little bills all right here. The emergency fee for about 4 hours and the Doppler to check that he did have a blood clot was $293 US. And then they called in a vascular surgeon while he was in ER, and he came to the hospital. And his fee being called in was $60 US. And just to give you an idea, the medication that they put him on, Xarelta is the name of it. That was almost as much as the ER visit. It was $248 US, which is a lot of money. And he's got to take that twice a day.
A 1 month supply.
1 month, 30-day supply. That's it. That's expensive. So we ended up getting 2 boxes of that. And then just to let you know, we both had to do the COVID test up to the brain in order for him to go to the hospital and me to stay with him.
Yeah.
And that was a little expensive, I think, here in Mexico. I don't have that receipt, do I? I think that was, I want to say, like $34 each.
Yeah.
It was like a real fast 10-minute test for the results, whatever one that one is.
Additionally, I also had to get a chest x-ray to be examined by
Right,
one
and
of the
how, do you remember
doctors.
how much that was, the
And that
chest
was
x-ray?
380 pesos, so roughly
20 bucks.
19,
Yeah,
20 US
19
dollars.
bucks for a chest x-ray. And then for his consultation with the doctor for him to go back into, to have the surgery done was $34 US, just to let you know, with the surgeon. And then he had an ultrasound of his kidneys, remember, in the doctor's office. That was $31 US. And then he had some lab work done with his COVID test, and that came to roughly $44. So that was about it on the fees. We just wanted to let you know.
Yeah.
And that covered, of course, the follow-up with the surgeon. What else? I guess that's it.
That's
huh?
it, yeah.
Yeah. So he's on blood thinners to get that blood clot gone, and he follows up in, I think it's 3 more weeks with the vascular surgeon, and he's going to do another scan of his leg and see how things are going.
And I have a follow-up with the urologist too.
And with the urologist. So just to let you know, his urologist was really good. This guy is so busy all the time. He's going to Mexico City, Guadalajara, San Luis. Just everywhere. And the guy's like 34 years of age. And the vascular surgeon wasn't very much older either, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. But my urologist is very professional. Knew English pretty well.
He spoke English very well. The information that Mark and I tried to share with you from Mexico, living here, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Two Travelers in Mexico, or subscribe to our Facebook page, The Two Travelers in Mexico. And as always, from The Two Travelers in Mexico,
What she did.
bye guys.
Bye.